Hey y'all, I really ain't got a lot of time. I got like 14% on my battery. I have deleted 3 posts from YouTube that I was trying to post because YouTube is on that bull crap. And so I just wanted to put this on video real quick and then eventually I'll get it posted somewhere. But Jesus had to retrace his steps. That's where Jesus went. Like after Jesus died and all that stuff and resurrected, Jesus had to retrace his steps. It's not going backwards, so to speak. It's recognize the things that we overlooked in our past, right? I overlooked being an empath because I thought reading was just talking shit about someone in the beginning. And then it hit me. That's not it. That's not all that there is to it, at least, right? Okay. Oh, guys, I'm gonna try to make this work. Okay. So, being a psychic and being a medium, um, wasn't a net positive to anybody around me. It was always something beautiful to me, though, and something that I have always held sacred. It's a thing between me and the Most High God and the Spirit and our ancestors. The people that we either descend from or somehow we lost too early in the journey. On my old channel, I talked a lot about my cousin D'Mario. He's a younger ancestor. And I know he left this world angry. And we all have to battle with that. Because anger is a detriment to society, in whole or in part. Anger unleashed on the world is war. One human being angry enough, even I, to just rant vitriol is me warring with the space around me in verbal form. A lot of that is because I had a traumatic brain injury shortly after a death experience in 2022. I say that often because I have to remind myself that it was indeed a death. I wasn't in a hospital. I wasn't living with someone who cared for me at the time. The only reason it seems to me that they decided to save my life because it would make them look like a good guy. And then they chose to put their hands on me. So, I do everything that I can to heal myself holistically. I don't believe in Western medicine. So when they try to diagnose me as schizophrenic or whatever else that they want to call it, I push back at it. There are certain things that I accept by way of being able to clarify why it is they would call me said thing, if that makes sense. So if they call me autistic, then it's because I do exhibit tics and I stim because I sing and dance. However, there's a video I posted on YouTube of this little girl just getting it to a marching band. That's just being, I don't know, overjoyed in the moment. I mean, showing true appreciation for the sound of that band. It kept a whole lot of people going in the moment. That's God. That's us. That's our ability to speak through sound, energy, movement, creation. It, for the sake of clarity, we all have the ability to create something beautiful out of our darkest things. And we find it offensive. I get it. I find it offensive too. The thing is, you don't really know who you are as a person until you've had to dust yourself off and try again. Until you have had to pull yourself all the way out of it. That's why on the old channel, the Unpack Your Black series exists. Also, it might still be out there on Instagram somewhere. I don't know. There's another one out there, and it's got a suitcase and some little faces on it on Instagram. That's stolen. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I had to leave the entire other side of the country behind me so that I could be free enough to be me, Janine. Thing is even Janine is a name given to me in representation of somebody else, or what they intended, or who they intended me to be. I love my grandfather. My godfather. Those are the representation of real men to me. Kind of man who goes to work and gets dirty, smells like gasoline and cigars, but remembers to bring a little chubby girl some donuts and chocolate milk because it's her favorite thing. Those are good men. They took care of me. They looked out for me. They were like friends and family to me. Since then, I've been married. I've raised 3 men I pray are at least 2/3 of the men that they were. Because their father wasn't dead off. You know, you can't raise a man. You can grow a child into an adult and allow them to choose whom they'll be in this world. That's why I never held against my children the sins of their father. That's why I'd rather sleep in a car given to me by a virtual stranger for services rendered than tell them what it was like to be married to him. Or worse, accuse them of one day becoming him. That's the ultimate crime I've come to find for a young man. We all go through some form of militancy in our life. You know, whatever it is. Sometimes we get stuck there. Sometimes we don't. We can move forward. But we all go through a point where we look at our parents and we question their behavior, how they raised us, why they taught us certain things and not other things. Y'all forgive me. I mean, hell, I've been snotting and crying every video anyway. But we all beat up on our parents at some point in our thought process. And we do it as children, we just don't know it, right? But anyway, the point being, the associate of mine asked me a question. These boys, we have to pour love into even their anger. Let them be angry. Be understanding. Be understanding enough to say, I hear your anger. I hear what you're saying. I need time to process it. I'm not walking away from you or the conversation. I'm asking for time. The good ones, they understand that. And they give you the time that you need. And as a mother, you'll see it as bad behavior. So they may come back and apologize. You can accept the apology or not. Just tell them it's okay to be angry. You don't have a full understanding of the world out here. You can only see from your 20-something-year-old eyes why I should have done something, might have done something, where I could have done something. Yet you don't recognize that my youngest child is about to be 23, and he's already in position to outrank his father by the time that he is 30, and his grandfather. That's an amazing accomplishment for a young man. Everyone who goes through JROTC can accomplish the same thing. The question becomes whether or not they can lead. And that's where he trumps his father, grandfather, possibly one day, even me. I taught him his work ethic. I taught him his values. I taught him how to love. At 22, almost 23, he's about to get married. And he still finds the time to look out for mommy. Although I'm Ma now more often than not. He still remembers to blow me a kiss and tell me he loves me before he gets off the phone. And if I don't, he fusses at me. That is the beauty and privilege of being a middle-class, military family. And black at that. I got to be at home with him for, at least 12 years, if not longer. I was there for breakfast, lunch, dinner, bath time, bedtime. All three of them at the height of war. I will not let anybody take that from me. And we were Muslim. My country is going to war against my faith. Not my countrymen. So I would not dare beat up on my countrymen. My government, those who have the ability to stop oppression, poverty, and slavery around the world. Those are the people I'm after. Those are the ones I want to see bend the knee in this thing. The people have all the power and authority that they need. All they ever needed was someone to lead them. If I'm being honest with you, I've been leading them since I was 13. And I first volunteered in the United States military. As a child, before it was a family readiness group. Then at 23, I became a family readiness group leader. Y'all got to forgive me. I left my tissue somewhere. Oh, hey, look at God. Figured out where I left it. 23, I become the family readiness group leader. The base commander, the general's wife, is sitting on the floor in El Paso, Texas, drinking Kool-Aid with my 3-year-old son, the eldest, while we discuss how we're going to prepare for them leaving to go to Bosnia and Kosovo. To my sisters in the world, if you ain't never had to consider for clarity what it is to send your husband off to war, have to speak to his commander and understand things that are going on downrange without sharing that information with a civilian who doesn't understand anything at all and could put lives in danger. Okay? Figure out how to keep your 3 children in touch with their father who has gone off to war. You get what I'm saying? Figure out how to get all of the other wives to make sure it's the same, or spouses, to make sure the same fucking thing happens so that there's family involved in the United States fucking military. We are the fabric and fiber of the fucking flag. Say that 3 times fast. That is why I run my mouth. And the fact that after all of that, I made sure that my ex-husband was able to get promoted while he was downrange at that time, because they pulled him from school to send him off to fucking war. So I went to war for him in the courts of the United States military system. That's why I know the UCMJ. So to my military sisters, meet me on that playing field before you tell me that because of this, I cannot run for anything, let alone president of this country. Remember, America ain't really got no money, honey. They are buying and selling and trading on the stock of the bad credit of women who look just like me. Now they're willing to admit that it's happening to me because I admitted that it's happening to me, but will they tell you that it's happening to them too? They tell you why they post to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere the hell else, even though they are all over the globe on TV with national names out here. Will they tell you that truth? As my screen goes dark. So let me go ahead and get that means my phone's dying. We'll see what happens out here. Keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. Mwah. Peace.